guys. Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room, hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this reality chat. Man, when I tell you I saw this, it was not some big shocker to me. But I didn't know these details about any of this prior. So I want to go ahead and talk about it and get your thoughts, because I just recently talked about the fact that Porsha was coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, how that, was announced, and she was just so pleased to say her last name is Guobadia, not Williams, but Guobadia. So now with this news coming out, I don't know if that's a last name that she should be so proud to be carrying. So it was reported that court documents show Simon Guobodia is fighting for U.S. citizenship, but his crime-riddled past keeps getting him denied. Bank fraud, credit card fraud, identity fraud, fake marriages, and multiple felonies. So from the Neighborhood Talk, it says court documents listed Simon's background as the reason for his citizenship denial in August of 1982. And to hear this year, I'm like, how old was Porsha in 1982? But not that matters at this point in time. She's an adult right now. But anyway, he overstayed his visa. In September of 1987, he pleaded guilty to bank and credit card fraud, a felony offense. In January 1989, he was arrested for unauthorized use of a vehicle, and in 1990, he was arrested for ID fraud. But he didn't stop there. He would go on in 91 to commit more credit card / identity fraud. He just couldn't stop. He had to be physically removed from the United States. However, before his removal, he used a fake identity to receive temporary resident status in the U.S. under the Special Agricultural Worker Program. As part of the program, his temporary resident status was upgraded to permanent after a waiting period. In December of 2022, Simon attempted to use the SAW program benefits as a reason why he should be eligible for naturalization, but the U.S. said, hell no, because he only got into the program by using a fake identity. It's important to note that even his marriages were listed as shams in these court documents. On March 13th, 2023, Simon filed an instant complaint and asked the court to vacate the denial and remand with instructions to grant his application. Simon is now married to RHOA's Porsha Williams. They didn't call her Guobadia in this post. But anyway, with all this fraud and criminal activity, Simon is definitely giving Apollonia and Peter Thomas storylines a run for their money. Now, I'm going to say that is to say the least when it comes to giving them a run for their money. But here's the question. I wonder if the marriage is even legal. And I mean, I believe they had multiple marriages. So I'm assuming, okay, definitely in the country where he's from. Is it Nigeria? And it's a shame to say this because there definitely is that stigma with the country of Nigeria, and more specifically the men from the country of Nigeria being scammers and scam artists. Remember back in the day when emails were big and people would get those emails and they were like, they were found to be originating from people in the country of Nigeria. It was just all these scams. It's like, what the heck is wrong with these people? So my question is, how is he able to live the lifestyle that he's been living with all of the money? Is it possible that he comes from money and that's how he's able to afford the lifestyle that he's living? But in terms of the actual businesses that he has, it's not even really real businesses. I don't know. I would love to know what you guys think about this. And then as far as him fighting for U.S. citizenship, I could see them deporting him for this, because if you recall Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice and her ex-husband now, Joe Giudice, when they went to prison, he was not a U.S. citizen. And a lot of us found out about that in the midst of all of that going on. Because most people just assumed that they both were citizens, right? Definitely Italian, but U.S. citizens nonetheless. So he had been here all his life, pretty much, for the most part. But he just said he never pursued the citizenship. And in Simon's situation, he came here and he overstayed his welcome on visas. He did fraudulent things to use someone else's identity, or just creating one, if you will, so that afforded him the opportunity to come back into the country because he was already removed before. So, I mean, like, what did he think was going to happen with him having the audacity to file a complaint in 2023 asking the court to vacate the denial, when it's like, dude, you are here being someone else, or just creating an identity at worst, or stealing someone else's identity at best. You're not even supposed to be here because he was already removed. He only was able to come back because of, again, identity fraud. So, listen, I don't know if Porsha knew about this information. To be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for her, because say what you want to say about Fallon. Definitely she has her issues, and I'm not sitting here saying that she was an angel. But the fact of the matter is, it had come out that she definitely knew who Simon was before, and she saw her target, and Simon definitely saw his. They both benefited off of each other, so it's clear. But this is nothing that I feel sorry for her about. Some people are saying, oh, well, she's going to be on season 16, so this is just a storyline. I don't believe that. I definitely believe all of this information that has come out, and I'm not surprised by any of it. None of it is like shocking to me when it comes to this character. She has done her best to try to dress him up in better teeth, and maybe getting some stuff done to the face to clean him up a little bit, to try to make him look somewhat presentable. Because it's funny, on this post from the Neighborhood Talk, they have a picture of him from the past, and they titled it Young Scammer. And I'm using the picture as a thumbnail because it's funny. I'm sorry, it's a trip. But yeah, this information could be what is going to cause him to be deported back to wherever he came from. And if that were to happen, will Porsha just stay married to him and have her travel back and forth over there and then come back home and just live the lifestyle as a married woman with a long distance marriage? It's possible. But her trying to make this seem like, oh, he's my best friend. Did your best friend tell you all of these things about his past, which actually is very much present, because it's cause for him to not even deserve to be in this country anymore? So I just want to know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Guys, thank you so much for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.